Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently partway through a target acquisition mission here. We're actually most of the way through the initial portion here. We're going to move up with our salamander, and I'm interested in perhaps firing out at these lads over here with a standard round of arrow 4. Let's go ahead and do it. We're probably not going to want to burn too much more artillery. That was a solid hit there, actually. Yeah, that was great. The Hunchback stands up. That's completely fine. He is very close to dead. And we'll see what he decides to do here. A whole lot of nothing. Okay. So we're going to make our way up, clear out these remaining units, and then we're deliberately going to allow the kill team to spawn. Our Wolverine is going to close in to here.
Moving out.
And we're going to fire on that Hunchy. This is probably a kill on him. Yeah, that's going to be a pilot incapacitation for sure.
Yeah, critical.
Or an ejection? Ejection. Okay, fair enough. So the Arbiter moves up. Does not fire.
Yes, Commander.
Our Chameleon is going to close in as much as it can. We're going to have to move through these flames. That's okay. We don't mind. We're not firing.
Yep.
Our Wolverine is going to make its way up over this direction.
Full throttle.
Yeah, we're just closing in as much as possible right now. So the AH Centurion is probably... Let's look at these hit odds, actually. 16... 20... 18... 13... 0.9. Okay, so 20 is our best. So we'll fire on the crosscut.
Affirmative.
Get a solid amount of damage there. Nice. The Strider is just kind of running around back there. That's fine.
Yes, Commander.
Our in-close Centurion is trying to make its way up to this road.
Got it. No shooting. Just running.
Excellent. Once we get to the road, we're going to be able to move much, much faster. So that's very important to us. Our Ice Ferret can actually position right up here, and this is a solid location for it, because we can fire rear arc on the Condor or side arc on the ultralight LRM carrier. And this thing has such light armor that I think we definitely do this.
Let's do this.
Sadly, we missed a lot there. But that ultralight has very, very low armor at this point. Phase 16, somebody out in this lance is going to be moving around. It's the Scout. We don't really care.
Yes, Commander.
Our Salamander is going to step forward here, and I'm going to fire nothing. I actually should have sprinted forward. The Maxim is going to do a whole lot of nothing. Okay, a little bit of AoE damage on the Hunchy and the Salamander. That's not a problem. That is, of course, the ultralight firing. And we'll see where it decides to go here. It backs off. Not surprising. So the Hunchy is going to step forward over here. Let's go ahead and fire on that ultralight carrier. 12%. Okay.
Acknowledge.
We spread out pretty wide there with that damage. The tank destroyer moves up, that's fine. So at this point, the Condor, as well as another mech in this lance, is going to move. Not too much damage to the Ice Ferret there, but the Ice Ferret has taken the brunt of a lot of this damage, so we're going to have to not engage the Ice Ferret with their kill lance. Additional complete lack of damage to the ultralight LRM carrier. I don't think that guy's hit a single missile this entire game. So there is that. More AoE damage to the Wolverine. It's not a huge deal. Our window of opportunity is closing. Yeah, I know. We're closing in on it. It's fine.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So the Wolverine is going to make its way up over here.
Going turbo.
We are going to fire on that ultralight. This will overheat us slightly. We're accepting of that. I want that ultralight destroyed.
Smoked them.
Fantastic. Next up, we're going to move in with our Chameleon, and we're going to sprint in as close as we can, but still be in side arc. And we're going to light this guy on up. Armor piercing? Absolutely.
Locked on.
Not the greatest rolls there. Not the greatest rolls at all. That Strider's still running around back there. That's fine.
Standing by.
Our in-close Centurion is making for the road, and we make it to the road.
On it.
That's great. Next round, we can start closing this distance. The Arbiter is just kind of running around over there. The Wolverine is also going to attempt to make it to the road. We don't quite make it, but we can fire the binary laser out here. We'll go ahead and fire this. Hopefully, we don't do too much stray shot. There was one over there that was stray shot, but I think overall that was likely worth it.
Stay down.
Took a hard hit there.
Likely worth it. So we'll make our way around over to this target zone with our faster mechs, and we're making our way to this target zone with our slower mechs.
Standing by.
So our Ice Ferret will immediately make its way around here,
Confirmed.
and we will pot-shot that Strider. This is an overheat. We're probably going to not fire the small heavy lasers. Hit odds on that are very low.
Firing on target.
Only 25 damage, but that'll do. The Maxim moves in.
Awaiting orders.
This Centurion is, of course, making its way to the road,
Roger that.
and I don't think we're going to fire with it. Okay. A Javelin moves up.
I await your command.
Our Hunchy is continuing to attempt to make it to the road. Sadly, we can only move one hex at a time with it. And I'm just checking these hit odds here. 12.1, 10, 8.1, and yeah, I don't think it's worth it. We're just going to brace. Fantastic.
Yes, boss.
The Salamander is going to sprint over this way, and we're not going to waste additional Arrow 4 rounds. Our AMS Mark II is unjammed. That's great. The Prowler moves up, attacks the crosscut, still does no damage. Okay. Who do they move phase 10? That would be the crosscut, firing on that Centurion, doing a little bit of splash damage. That's reasonably fine. Tank Destroyer moves up, does a whole lot of nothing, and now we get to move these guys again. So we're going to move our Wolverine as much up as possible. It's overheated, so it's not tremendously up, and will mostly sink heat. The Ice Ferret is going to make its way over into this zone. Also in the water, which is very convenient for our heat generation. You can see here we're going to sink all of our heat, so we're going to go ahead and fire the small heavy lasers as well. That was some solid damage there, actually. That Strider just took a lot of armor lasered off, including a head hit.
Receiving you.
The Chameleon is going to sprint in over this way,
Aye,
and we're getting in nice and close. We're going to continue to hit that Strider. Nice. Took out the C3 unit.
Reporting critical hit.
That's fantastic. And
Yep,
we're
Commander.
going to utilize this Centurion to attempt to make our way up this hill. There we go.
Yep.
The Wolverine, I think, at this point, may as well head this way as well.
Copy that.
The Arbiter moves up.
Receiving you.
This Centurion is also going to head up this direction. Excellent.
Commander.
The Salamander is going to attempt to make its way out of the water, but it doesn't really succeed. I wonder where their kill lance is going to drop in. That's going to be very, very important for us to know. The Scout still running around back there. The Prowler firing on the crosscut, still doing literally 0 damage. Sadly, we're not considered within the target zone here. I was hoping that we would be, but we're not. It's fine. It's not the biggest of deals. The Javelin is actually making a big mistake here. It did a lot of damage there. But it also skylined itself. So that's something to note. Tank destroyer firing on that javelin, and it didn't get any hits. At least it didn't backstab our mechs. I would have been upset if it had backstabbed us with a Gauss. That would have been very, very upsetting. Phase 14, we'll see what they decide to do. That is going to be the Maxim. Maybe it actually does damage this time. Nope, it chooses not to fire. Okay. Our Hunchback is going to attempt to get out of the water, but we can only move one hex. We're going to fire on that javelin with our Artemis. That's a lot of damage.
This just in. Critical hit.
And the crosscut is also moving up. Got those AoE LRM-5s. It's output a fair amount of damage with them. Okay, now the Strider moves. The Strider is in dire straits right now. It is fairly well handled. It backs off. Not shocked by this. Okay.
What can I do for
So our
you?
Wolverine is actually capable of attacking over here, and that's what we're going to do.
No sweat.
I believe we can make our way up this if necessary. So we're going to attack this javelin. I'm not firing the rockets here.
Tell me what to shoot.
As a leg destruction,
Another hit like that, and you're toast.
and a knockdown. Wonderful. Pilot is bleeding out.
Ready for orders.
So the Chameleon is, at this point, going to make its way around over here, where we actually have a rear
Let's
arc
move.
on 3 targets. And decent hit odds on all of them. I feel like the crosscut is actually the most dangerous, so we're going to go for that. And I'm going to use high explosive ammo here because I have a feeling we're going to open up some holes in the armor with our lasers.
Putting one in the back.
Sadly, we missed with the machine guns, but that's fine.
What's up, boss?
So this is our Midran Centurion here, and that is going to position here. We're not concerned about this javelin at this time. I would much rather fire on the Oscout, and I am going to burn a round of Midran ammo doing that. We'll make that be the highest prio as well.
Firing on target.
Okay, not a ton of damage beyond the Midran. I was hoping for a little bit more in terms of instability there, but
Commander?
that's fine. And we're going to just make our way up here.
Moving out.
I think we're going to not fire the LRM, and we're going to fire in X1 mode here. And just do this. Perfect.
One less target.
That's what we wanted right there.
Waiting for
Now the Ice Ferret is going to make sure that we are up here. Wonderful.
What do you need?
And the Wolverine is going to climb this hill.
All right, full speed.
There we go. Let's see what they decide to do here. All of their mechs back here are in substantial danger right now. So let's see what they get. The Oscout decided to move there. That's ridiculously foolish. Okay. I definitely would not have taken that position.
orders.
So our Hunchback can position here. Can we just fire our laser? No. I think I'm actually not going to fire with the Hunchback here. Phase 15, the Strider moves, as well as the Crosscut. So the Strider positions there.
Good to go.
Our Salamander can absolutely get out of the water here
On the move.
and just fire with the large X pulse laser. Now, we don't have great hit odds on it, but we'll give it a go.
Locked on.
That was solid.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Excellent. So, what do they decide to do with their crosscut? They move up and do some damage to our fresh Centurion. Okay. And also skyline it. Foolish. Very foolish. They're in a very bad position here. The Prowler is going to fire on that crosscut. It got some damage with its laser, but all of its missiles missed there. Which is very unfortunate. We'll see what the Maxim does. Successfully tags that Oscout. but nothing else. Okay, what else do our allies do? The SM Tank Destroyer fires on the crosscut and does not do damage. Okay. Well, where's our evac point? Same place it was before. Sounds good. Are we going to assume that the Kill Lance is going to drop in here like they did before?
I hear ya.
Well, for right now, I would like to get positioned up over here with the Wolverine. Excellent. And we're going to just hit that crosscut. This should be a kill on the crosscut. This is an overheat. I think we're going to not fire the heavy laser.
Affirmative.
We did get a stray shot there. Not too bad.
There's more where that came from.
Good to go.
Okay, this chameleon is, at this point, going to make its way around to the rear arc of the Strider.
No shooting, just running.
And we're going to light him on up.
Rear armor enabled.
Not the greatest hits there, but it'll do.
Orders.
So our Centurion here is going to close in, like so. I think we don't fire the Midran here. And we just light this guy up. 20 armor there. We're actually better off attacking from the side arc, but okay.
Target lock on deck.
So that's a torso destruction.
Reporting critical hit.
Ejection, perhaps? Yes, that's an ejection. That's the
Yeah.
right call, to be honest. We're going to move up with our Wolverine here, and this crosscut is in dire straits.
Take this.
That's a leg destruction. And actually an engine destruction. Okay.
Target destroyed.
So all that's left is the Strider.
Receiving you.
The Ice Ferret can move in over here and potentially get a side arc. Yeah, best we can do is a side arc, which isn't amazing, but it'll do.
Got it.
That's a lot of damage to him, and we'll see with that tag if any of our
Standing
allies
by.
can, finish him off. We could jump to here, actually.
Roger that.
And I'm going to do exactly that. And we're going to fire on this guy with just this. Okay. And that's a pilot ejection. Perfect. Okay.
Standing by.
So the question now becomes, how long until the kill team gets here?
I'll race ya.
You're going to lose that race, Mr. Hunchback. Just saying.
Yeah.
You are absolutely going to lose that race. You're even going to lose the race to the Salamander. Okay, so we should exit combat now.
Incoming artillery fire.
Excellent. We're going to move up the road,
I'm walking here.
and the Centurion is going to head over this direction,
Roger that.
as is this Centurion.
Affirmative.
Wolverine over to here,
Moving to
and the Salamander up the road.
Consider me there.
This Wolverine is going to position... Honestly, it's going to stay largely where it's at. Just going to move, like, over here. We're going to move over here with the Chameleon. I'm assuming that these guys are going to drop in at the same place they did last time. Now, that's not necessarily a safe assumption. So we'll get our artillery impact here in a moment. There we go. Excellent. So enemy reinforcements will arrive soon in 3 rounds. We don't see where they're going to be, but I am assuming that they will be where they were before. So we're going to move our fire support lance up over this direction, following the road. This Centurion is going to position here, and we're going to make our way down this embankment over here. Okay, our Salamander is, of course, all the way over here.
On the move.
And our Wolverine will move up over here.
On my way.
And we're pretty much where they're going to drop in at this point with the Ice Ferret. Okay, sounds good. These guys are just kind of running around over here. They're not going to be as helpful as they were last time, but that's fine.
Moving to position.
So our Centurion is going to make his way on over.
Move order received.
And this is all just pure assumption that it's going to spawn in the same place it did last time. I don't know that for a fact.
No need to tell me twice.
So let's make our way up over here, and we'll just see.
Order received.
They spawned, like, right here previously. So our ally is just kind of running around in circles, not doing a whole lot. And that's okay. Our Hunchy is going to continue to head up the road, as is the Salamander.
Moving out.
And our Centurions will continue to close in for now.
On my way. On it.
Okay.
Got it.
So we're just going to position somewhere around over here. So, we should now be told where the enemy reinforcements are going to arrive, I think. As soon as this round ends. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. Inbound kill team. That's what we want. We absolutely want that inbound kill team. So the Hunchback is going to move up the road. The Centurion is going to switch over into move mode to get rid of that stability. This Centurion is going to close in up over here.
I copy.
This Wolverine is going to close in.
Let's move.
The Salamander is going to close in on the road. In we go.
Affirmative.
The Chameleon is going to park back here.
Location confirmed.
The Ice Ferret is going to park over here. Okay. They'll drop in next round, and we'll see what they've got. We're getting super aggressive with them early this time. This was, of course, an adaptation from the last time we did this.
You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Let's see what they've got. That's an awesome. A Cyclops, a Zeus, and a Battlemaster. That is 4 assault mechs.
Ready to get it on.
And they move quite early, too. When does our Salamander move? Phase 13.
Got something you want done?
Okay. We're going to position in behind them. That said, these hit odds aren't the worst. We're going to position in behind them with this Chameleon, I think. Although, this is in cover. This is only 1 evasive pip. I don't necessarily like that. This is 3 evasive pips. We'll position here. We're going to Vigilance the Chameleon. And who has the weaker rear armor? The Zeus or the Battlemaster? It is the Zeus. They're very tightly clustered.
Got the angle. Take the shot.
Okay, we got some rear arc attack there. That's great.
Yes, Commander.
The Ice Ferret is going to need to move all the way over, well, similarly, actually, over to here.
Going full throttle.
We're also going to Vigilance that. And given these hit odds, we hit the Zeus again.
All weapons go.
We did get some internal damage there. Nice. Okay, so they move pretty much all simultaneously. This is going to potentially hurt a lot. That Gauss rifle missed. That's a big deal. Okay.
What can I do for you?
So our Wolverine at this point moves in. We're going to position probably over here where we can outmaneuver them a bit. We're going to Vigilance it as well. And we have to hit the Battlemaster. We don't have an option. I don't want to build up too much heat at this time. So we're just going to hit the snub-nosed PPCs and hope to sensor scramble him a bit.
Roger that. Firing on target.
And we did succeed in impairing his sensors. Good. Okay, so the Battlemaster and the Zeus move now. That is as irrelevant as it is possible to be. I love it. That was an amazing target. And by that I mean it was the worst target I could possibly think of for them to shoot at. They are spreading out a bit, but that's fine. The Zeus moves in. That's a lot into that arm. That's a whole lot into that arm.
Critical hit.
We'll have to
Bad
protect
way.
that arm. What's in it? The Arbiter moves up. Doesn't do a thing. And now the Awesome moves and is probably going to also hit that Centurion. Actually, it's going for a melee attack on our Wolverine, and it does hit. That's a charge. So that Wolverine is going to take a lot of damage here. That was very risky of them to actually do that.
Ah, dang it, that hurt.
But in reality, that could have been far worse. Nothing in that arm. Okay.
Aye, aye.
Okay. We're going to move up with our Centurion.
We'll go.
We're going to fire on this Zeus. He doesn't have the best frontal armor. Light him up. Oh, I meant to do X2 mode. Oh well. Good clustering on that arm.
Receiving you.
This Centurion, we want to protect our left side. So let's think here. We would need to want to move here and position something kind of like this.
On the move.
I would also like to Vigilance this Centurion. Hit that Zeus side arc with everything you've got.
Locking on target.
Now these frontal attacks here, these are not our primary
I
goal.
think I hit something good.
We're just trying to whittle him down a little bit.
What do you need?
The Wolverine is going to get aggressive here. We're going to move up to here,
Confirmed.
and we're going to hit that Zeus side arc. Go ahead and fire the MRM.
Attacking from position.
Nice.
Badass.
Solid hit there. The Zeus is now panicked.
Commander,
The Hunchback is going to step forward to here,
rolling.
and we're going to fire possibly on the Zeus, but in reality, I think we're going to hit that Awesome. Do it. That'll make him unsteady. Yes.
Locked on target.
Nice. So the Awesome is now unsteady. The SM Tank Destroyer moves up, fires on the Cyclops. It doesn't hit, but I appreciate the effort. The Prowler moves up. Doesn't fire at all.
Receiving you.
Our Salamander, unfortunately, it doesn't have the best target here. I would normally aim for this, but I don't want to hit our Wolverine simultaneously. So I'm just going to go for the Zeus, and we're going to fire a single arrow for in the large X pulse, and hope for an ejection on him.
Got it.
There we go. That's what we were hoping for, right there. So the Zeus is already gone. Now, unfortunately, that Battlemaster moves immediately. Luckily, he fires on the Hunchback again, and we don't care. We really don't care about that. So let's see where he decides to move here. Okay, that's fine.
Waiting for orders.
At this point, the Chameleon moves in on the Awesome. Let's see, we've got that physical weapon, but we're just going to do this. High explosive? Yes, fire with high explosive. This is likely going to be a knockdown on the Awesome. That's a solid hit there with the melee. Sadly, our weapons kind of went all over there, and we didn't really get through the armor. Regardless, that's a knockdown on the Awesome, and we like that. So at this point, the Cyclops moves. Ow. But the Wolverine is surprisingly okay.
Okay, that was bad.
I honestly would have thought that the Wolverine would have taken more from that, but no, we're fine for now.
Standing by.
We're not fine forever, don't get me wrong, but we're fine for now. So we're going to move up with the Centurion here. We're still protecting our left side, unless the Cyclops decides to go for it, I suppose. And we're going to go for the Awesome here, and we're mostly just fishing for head hits, honestly.
Firing.
Okay,
Losing lots of
that's
armor.
fine. Next up,
Commander.
this Centurion is going to close in here. I would love to fire on that Battlemaster, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Light him up.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Sadly, we missed a lot there, but that's still good damage into the Battlemaster.
Commander?
The Ice Ferret is going to get brave here, probably. Actually, these guys both have their backs to the wall here, so good positioning on their part. But I think the Ice Ferret does get brave here. Now, this is incredibly brave. We're going to hit this guy's side arc.
Affirmative.
Good hit. Structure exposure. We'll take it. Okay. The Arbiter moves. Still hasn't fired. The Maxim does not fire. The Awesome gets up. It's actually super unfortunate that the Awesome got up before the Wolverine did. I'm really very sad about that. He's going to hit that Wolverine hard. Surprisingly, the Wolverine is
Minor
still
damage,
fine.
Commander.
Commander?
I'm actually shocked. The Salamander
Yes,
is going
Commander.
to... Actually, I should have reserved it. But we're going to advance here, and we're going to fire on that Battle Master. We're going to hope to not do too much. Actually, we should use guided Arrow 4s here. Yes.
Firing on target.
Nice hits. That's a good use of a guided Arrow 4. I like it.
Yeah?
The Wolverine is going to advance to here. Or this Wolverine is, rather. And we're just going to position here. We're going to fire on that Battle Master. We're not really in a position to fire the binary laser, but everything else. Absolutely. That's a structure exposure on the Battle Master, and he's currently unsteady, and we got a head hit out of it.
Spaniel.
Great. So we're going to position about here with our Hunchy. Who do we want to go after here? 64%? Obviously, we go after the Battle Master. This is on its weak side, too. Light him up. Hip destruction, and that should be a knockdown.
Ooh, that hit something good.
That's going to be a second wound on that Battle Master pilot. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Wolverine will stand up. And its mission is to be super duper brave here. We are going to... Oh, we can't actually melee. Right, because we were just knocked down. So we're going to sprint up to, say, here for the second evasive pip. Now, this is turning our rear arc on the Cyclops, and I really don't like that. We could turn here instead. This is better. So we'll position here, and we're going to Vigilance the Wolverine. It has taken a fair amount of damage, and we're going to hit this awesome rear arc as hard as we can. Unfortunately, we have that stood up Malice right now, but we're going to hit this just as hard as we can. We're not going to fire the heavy laser because the hit odds are, I mean, they're okay, but we're having some heat issues.
Roger that.
Sadly, no internal damage on that awesome.
All out of short-range missiles, Commander.
Okay. Well, we'll see what our allies do here. I'm not expecting too much. The tank destroyer fires on that Battle Master and misses. Okay. I guess that's fine. And phase 23. Unfortunately, that awesome moves right away again. Same with the Cyclops. Some side arc damage there, but he hit his friend with the Gauss rifle. I really like that. So we get to move before the awesome does with the Wolverine. And we're going to take part of this. Unfortunately, we can't really fire the eye laser, but we are going to kick this guy rear arc and do what we can.
Got it.
That's a successful melee attack. That's a lot of damage to his rear arc there. He just ejected. That's a full awesome that we just got.
Waiting for orders.
Oh my. Well, we're going to come over here and hit this Battle Master from, say, this angle. And I want, actually, high explosive ammo. Do the high explosive. Get in there.
Affirmative.
Boop.
Wanna go? Let's go.
I was hoping for a pilot ejection there.
Some heavy damage.
But he's only stressed, so probably not going to happen. So I think we're going to... This guy's already moved. This guy has not. We're going to position the Centurion up over here.
Affirmative.
And we're going to light up this Battle Master. Go for head hits if you can.
Locking on. Target's taken a critical hit. AC-20 ammo.
No ejection, but that's okay. So the Ice Ferret is going to continue to be brave with this Cyclops. We're going to go for the rear arc kick, and I think we're going to not fire this ER medium laser due to heat purposes. And that Cyclops has a lot of rear armor, so we need to be careful of that.
Locked on for physical attack.
We did miss the melee. That's actually pretty bad.
Missed.
We did destroy a medium laser, so that's some less damage on that Cyclops, I guess. The Maxim moves up, tags the Battle Master, but doesn't really do anything else. But the Battle Master then ejects. That might be 5 Battle Master parts available too. Now, we're not really going to be in a position to grab those and the awesome parts. We'll have to decide which we want. We're going to move the Centurion back to here. And we're going to fire on this Cyclops straight into its weak arc. We did take out his arm there, and actually we destroyed his Gauss rifle. That's the threat of the Cyclops basically gone. We're going to move in frontally with our Wolverine here. And at this point, I think we can get away with firing the binary laser. Yes. That's a lot of frontal armor damage on that Cyclops, and we got a head hit there.
I'm generating
Very
a
solid.
lot of heat.
The Hunchback is going to move up. We're going to drop our last rounds of Artemis ammo on this guy, as well as a couple rounds of Listen Kill. Solid. The Cyclops is now unsteady. The Prowler moves up.
How's it going?
The Salamander closes in here. I don't think we can get away with firing the X-Pulse because of heat, but we can certainly fire a couple more guided rounds into that Cyclops.
Engaging target.
And it's dead.
That's a kill. I'm taking heat damage.
Fantastic. Now we need to get to the extraction point.
Onward.
So that could take a little bit.
Moving to position.
But that is a ridiculous amount of amazing salvage.
Copy that.
So that is just wonderful. So we're going to make our way over to the extraction point. Unfortunate that we have to walk to the extraction, but it's fine. We should be able to get there somewhat quickly-ish. I mean, these guys are going to be in an awkward position. Okay, so they're going to need to, like, climb up here and go down over here. Or come over this way, I suppose.
Moving to position.
The Centurion can position up over here, and this was much, much cleaner than our last kill team kill. So that's wonderful.
Confirmed.
The Wolverine is going to make his way down over here, and we're going to
I copy.
come on over.
Got it.
Excellent. These guys are, you know, kind of annoying, but sure, they're here. They didn't really do anything useful, if I'm honest. I do wish we could just evac from here, but alas. That is not the case, so the Centurion is going to make his way over this way.
Moving to position.
And the Salamander is going to have to go around.
Moving to position.
Okay,
Right, Commander.
so we'll just get these guys over to the evac points.
Roger that.
This Hunchy is going to take a while to get there, if I'm honest. Okay, allies. Finish moving. Thank you. So the Hunchy is going to continue to be down over this way.
I'm walking here.
The Centurion's getting close.
Confirmed.
This Centurion's
On my
getting
way.
close-ish. Salamander can get to there. Great.
Coordinates received.
And we're just slowly closing our way on in. Perfect. So these guys are going to continue moving around. I want to get to that salvage screen. That's what we want at this point. That sweet, sweet salvage screen. It's going to be so good.
Acknowledged.
I like how we couldn't get heavies, but we can get all the assaults we want, it seems.
Moving out.
Gotta love these target acquisitions for that.
Move order received.
Those kill teams are very good for salvage, if you can kill them.
Position.
Okay. Come on, allies. There you go. Finish your moving. And we're just closing on in over here.
Orders.
The Ice Ferret is just going to finish there.
Firm. Holding.
And we're going to move down over this way.
Moving
Perfect.
to position.
Moving. to
Next
position.
round, we should have basically everyone into the evac point, except for the Salamander and the Hunchback. They're going to be a ways away yet. Okay. Hunchy, you can climb that hill,
Spaniel.
and the Centurion can head on in.
Location confirmed. I'll do
Okay,
what I
so the
can.
Salamander is actually quite close here.
On my way.
We're there with 4 of 8 units at this time.
Roger.
Acknowledged.
Excellent. Man, that Hunchy is slow, though. We don't usually have to go to the extract point. We usually just finish everything off, so it's not a big deal. But 1 hex around
Moving out.
is not great,
I copy.
shall we say.
Roger.
Location confirmed.
Okay, so we're going to do something like that and brace. Excellent. And at this point, we should be able to move just these 2 and brace everyone else. So this should go a little bit faster at this point. And the Hunchy is going to be able to start heading downhill, which is nice.
Standing by.
Come on, Salamander. There you go. And then we'll brace everyone else simultaneously.
Taking a protective stance.
And then these guys will continue to run around like complete morons. Wonderful. Hunchy will close in, and then we'll grab the Salamander. The Salamander is now in, so we can just move the Hunchy from here. Excellent. Okay, Hunchback, head on in. Everyone else braces. Fantastic. Okay, allies, any moment now. Thank you. We're very close with the Hunchy. Probably 2 more rounds. Okay, allies. I see you running around in that mineral field. You're fine. Can you just brace everybody? Thanks. That'd be nice. So we'll position here. Everyone else braces. We should be able to get there next round. Certainly the one after, if we can only go 1 hex. We'll see. There we go. And we need 1 more round. Okay. That's fine.
Roger that. Digging in.
This round will do the trick. Round 30. Oh my. Thanks, Hunchback. Thanks. So that was pretty clean, honestly. I'm very pleased with that.
Away.
That was very clean. Let's see how much we can get from the actual salvage.
Mission successful.
We know that we can choose, or at least we think that we can choose, between a full awesome or a full battle master. And depending on the roulette, we may end up getting both. Which would be amazing. That would be just ridiculous if we got both. Yeah, we didn't get much payment, but we knew that would be the case. So let's go ahead and make our way through this. Okay, so the Awesome is an 80-tonner. The Battlemaster is an 85-tonner. And yeah, we can also get 4 parts of a Cyclops or 3 parts of a Zeus. Okay, so I think we're going to go for the Battlemaster just for the raw tonnage, although let's look at hardpoints quick. 250, 022. Definitely we go for the Battlemaster here. Those are just superior hardpoints as far as I'm concerned. And then we're going to take 2 awesome parts as well. I'm not even going to look at what's available for weapons. Okay, so we ended up getting the full Battlemaster, the 2 awesome parts. We got a Cyclops part, 2 AC2s. We got a PPC. I'm going to sell... Actually, I'm going to keep the AC2s. We'll sell the PPC. Generic armor quantity 10. Engine core 250, we have one. We've got our heat sinks. We'll keep those around, actually. Primitive sensors. Standard heatsink cooling, we don't need. Standard fusion engine. Some precise AC2 ammo, we'll keep that around. And LRM ammo, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so overall, we got ourselves a Battlemaster from that. I'm going to call that worthwhile. It could have been better. We could have gotten an awesome from it as well. But ultimately, I'm happy with what we got. Just getting a Battlemaster is a huge, huge deal. We want that guy to be essentially replacing our close-in Centurion. That's our goal with that. It's well past time to put a cut in here, though, so let's see what the estimate from Yang is and put that cut in. I am going to ready the Battlemaster, but we're going to get it outfitted in the next episode. For now, while we're waiting for this, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And let's see what Yang has to say here. 131,477. That's gonna hurt a bit, but we'll do it. Okay, so we're going to need to get this thing outfitted, and to do that, we'll have to raise some funds. So that's definitely a thing that we will have to do. Let's just get this Battlemaster readied, and we'll see if we can actually make this happen in the next episode. See you all next time.